Hello, and welcome to an episode of Thompson Guy Tries. My name is Terrence Masesquid. I'm from the York Factory First Nation of the Cree people, and I live in northern Manitoba. So, more video has been posted about the protests that have been going on in Standing Rock. So I'm gonna play you a clip there. Just what's been going on lately. It's actually getting more and more violence towards the protesters. People are being shot with rubber bullets, tear gas, and with the weather right now, they're actually shooting, hitting them with water cannons. You know, they're hurting them. You know, it might not be like a lethal form, but that's still like violence. Like, I'm just gonna show you this clip, and then you decide for yourselves.
My name is Emily Whitehorse. We were doing a peaceful action at the bridge, and the police arrived in full riot gear and started shooting water at us. It's near freezing out. People are freezing on their coats. I mean, we're just protecting the water, and the police are working for DAPL right now and armed like military.
So, what do you have here? Tear gas or?
Yeah, it was tear gas. I was walking through a cloud trying to get someone to a medical transport who got hit in the head, and I got full on tear gas. I think he got hit by a tear gas canister. I don't know. He was in the very front and wasn't responding to.
Yeah, how does it feel to be here and see the police brutality?
I mean, it hurts my heart. I really just wish that we didn't have to fight for resources like water that would add to the health of people all around the world, especially in the age of global warming. And with Trump becoming president, it just seems like the fascism is going to continue, to be honest. Like, this is not protecting law. This is not protecting anything good. This is injustice. We have right to this land. It is treaty land. And so it just hurts.
Yeah, and what do you say? This company actually breaking the law, and the police protecting them?
Yeah, the police are protecting them. Not only that, they've employed companies such as, they have been affiliated with Blackwater and G4S, which are some of the main proponents, or which are some of the biggest privatized prisons in the world, and also who do have the detention centers for Palestine. I really gotta get out, actually.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No doubt, we won't back down.
So that was, as you can see, you know, that it's escalating. I really wish there was a lot more support, media coverage for what's going on there, because they really do need it, because it's getting out of hand. People are getting hurt. I don't know if you know what hypothermia feels like, but it's very terrible. It can be life-threatening, of course. There are medical people down there, so it's, you know, there's people there to help, but it's not enough. Like, I really think that it's time for, you know, big, huge something big. Like, I'm not condoning any type of like acts of violence. That's the last thing I would want anyone down there to do. You know, they're doing peaceful protests, and you know it is good. But at the other end of that, you know, you got the people who are hurting them. Like, why would you dress in full riot gear if you're like planning to hurt them? That's my point I'm trying to like make, like, address here, that you know these guys are cowards. Like most of the photos I've seen, you know, there's like peaceful elders, you know, young men, women, some of them children too, and these guys are shooting tear gas. They're firing water cannons. They've used police like attack dogs on them, and there's rubber bullets. Pretty soon, I think it's gonna get even more and more escalated as far as like methods of brutality towards the protesters, the peaceful protesters of Standing Rock. I pray it doesn't go that far, but it does happen. You know, a peaceful protest in the United States usually does not end well. Someone gets hurt or gets killed. So spread the word to the people of Standing Rock. I send my prayers and my blessings, and I wish that, you know, I wish things would resolve this issue as quickly and peacefully as possible. Like, every time that I look at the footage from what's going on down there, is usually not good. And you know, people are, you know, the celebrities of like the entertainment world are starting to like pay attention to this issue, and they're supporting them. You have the members of the Justice League, you have a few members of the Marvel's Avengers, which is awesome. So I hope that more and more of people who have influence in like mass majority of the population, you know, start protesting with the people of Standing Rock. You know, this issue it needs to be resolved. You know, this pipeline is not good for the people of Standing Rock or the people who need that water. There's better ways to handle this situation. Of course there is. I just don't think that, you know, spraying people with fucking water cannons, you know, freezing them to death is the answer. Like, what's gonna happen when they do start hosing them down, and you know, maybe God forbid that happens, if someone dies, what's gonna happen then? It's gonna get even worse. To the cowards who are there hurting the protesters, shame on you. I feel sad. I feel sorry for you. You know, you have no right to do that to a person, especially if they're just, it's the right thing to do. You know, stand up to, you know, this machine of, like, you know, building this pipeline across the country and, you know, potentially damaging your guys' own water. And what's gonna happen? You're gonna poison your own water, and you're gonna end up buying water out of bottles. Shame on you. Why would you do that? Like, I just don't get it. Like, why would you want to hurt someone who is trying to protect something that, you know, generations of people, maybe even like your kids and your kids' kids need, and you're hurting people with tear gas, rubber bullets, attack dogs, shooting like high pressure water cannons at them in freezing weather. Shame on you. So I'm gonna stop right there because it's making me a little more upset. So to the people who were there with the the water protectors of Standing Rock. May the Creator be with you. And to the people who are trying to stop the protesters, may the Creator be with you and give you the knowledge to do something better than what you're doing now. Stop the hate, guys. It's enough. Once again, my name is Terrence. I am from northern Manitoba, of the Cree people of the York Clan in Manitoba. And that's all I have to say.